Norway against Finland. Finland 1-1. Norway 0-2 in this tournament. Welcome to Ches Arena in Ostrava, Czech Republic for the 2015 World Hockey Championship.
Well, Finland got better in game 2. The first game lost to USA 5-1, but after that a big convincing 3-0 win, and they played a lot better defensively. Didn't allow much to Norway, and they'll be looking to Denmark, looking to do the same here to Norway tonight.
Referees are Timothy Mayer from the United States, Tobias Bjork of Sweden, Jimmy Dahman of Sweden, and Vitt Lederer of the Czech Republic. Lars Bolden gets the start in this game for Norway, and Pekarene gets the start in goal for Finland. Norway on the attack early. Kolas joins the rush from his defensive position. Big rebound off the blocker of Pekarene. No one there to gain control, and it is controlled by Sami Lepisto. Lepisto parks in behind his own net. Both teams are changing.
Well, Pekarene has stopped 38 of 42 shots through his first 2 games.
At times you almost wonder if both coaches look at each other and hold up a white flag and say, okay, we're going to change now. And one player goes behind the net and just waits there. Deflected to the front of the net. Bolden makes his first save of the game. Salmela from the left side lets the blast go. It was Salmela's blast last night that resulted in the long video review. It went off the stick of Jussi Jokinen and then appeared to go off the stick of Barkov. Olem across the line, lets the shot go. That never got through. And now Alexander Barkov will go back for it. Barkov later in the game did get the deflection goal. Pekarene with the shutout. Otama gets to center and sends it in. Norway back. Forsberg in on the attack. At the line, Otama through some traffic, changes directions around the net, trying to center that. Back to the line it comes from Pilstrom. Otama the shot, that went wide. Von Saxon after it, can't clear. And Sorvik back in behind his own net. Sorvik feeds it through the middle. Bastiansen will send it in. Far side controlled by Kemppainen. And he'll play it back in behind his own net. Topi Jakola starts back for Finland. Ostravo on the loose puck. Plays it back down low. Holas up the middle of the ice to center ice and no further. And taken by Kemppainen. Plays it back into his own zone. Mantala for Jokipaka. Cleared into the Norway end, and Bolden plays it around the boards. Roymark waiting for it on the far side, gets by him, and both teams will again start a line change. And here we go. Jokipaka goes all the way back in behind his own net.
Well, you're going to see that on larger ice. You don't have a play. They're not just going to chip it off the wall. They have no problem taking it back, setting up the play.
Here's a turnover. Norway with Olem in for Thoresen. Thoresen in the corner, gets in a battle there with Sami Lepisto. Back to the line, slap shot by Trigg, and Pekarene smothers this one.
Oh, look at the coaches for both teams. Kari Jalonen for Finland, and Roy Johansson, the head coach of the Norway team. Jalonen did play for the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames back in between 82 and 84. First player ever to play with both those teams.
Norway has lost the last 8 games in the World Championships. They started off 2-0 last year. Then they lost the remaining 5. And now they've lost a couple of here. Back in behind. Scramble at the side of the net. A couple players pile in after it. Trigg is on it. And Trigg will start back slowly for Norway. Up for Olem. Olem circles back. Tried to get it for Rosalie Olsen. And now Olsen will control. Rosalie Olsen sends it out to center. Bouncing puck. Esa Lindell sends this through. Barkov to the front of the net. Jokinen was tied up on the near side by Rosalie Olsen. Barkov stays on the loose puck. Donskoy goes to the front of the net. Jokinen couldn't trap it in behind. In from the line is Salmela. Mortensen trying to get it past him. Rosalie Olsen to the line, no further. A little bit of room for Lindell, and the save made by Volden.
Well, Esa Lindell had a strong game. Played 5 games for the Texas Stars, drafted in the 3rd round by Dallas in 2010. And look at the Finnish benches early on here. They're carrying a bit of the play as Volden having to come up with a big save, and then an icing down as Jokinen and Barkov providing 2/3 of the offense last game.
Norway's losses have come to Russia and to the U.S. in this year's tournament. Finland, of course, dropped its opening game to the United States and then bounced back with that win last night. Finland on the attack. Luivera tries to work it free. Play whistle down. A holding penalty coming up.
It's going to be Bonsasken of Norway. Just gets the free arm, wraps it around Luivera as Luivera spins off the check. And now Finland, first opportunity on the power play, and their power play is 0 for 6 so far in the tournament. Or sorry, 0 for 8 so far in the tournament. They haven't been able to strike, and Norway's killed off 8 of their 9 penalties.
Face off in the Norway zone. Tied up in the face-off circle. Barkov jams it loose. Lindell at the line. Lindell for Jokinen. Down in tight for Barkov. Back to Lindell. Quick shot, scores! Esa Lindell picks up where he left off last night and scores the game's opening goal.
Well, they finally get that power play working as Lindell with just a good little wrist shot to the net. Traffic in front. This will open up the game here for Finland. Just a little give and go on the side wall. They move it low. That opens up the high play for Lindell. Head up, shot to the net, and Barkov parked right on top of Volden as Volden doesn't see this at all. Barkov, a good job lifting his leg at the right time as the puck finds some room under the right arm of Volden.
So Esa Lindell, the 20-year-old, the Dallas pick, has played some games for the Texas Stars, 5 in total. Holas through center, curls back into his own zone. So the power play took 13 seconds to connect, and Finland with the 1-0 lead. Finland. Pesonen back into his own zone. He had a goal last night. Sent around the boards. Leo Komarov is there. Komarov tracks it down. It bounces around. Then he'll send it back into his own zone. And it is a line change. Mantala. With some speed down that right side. Aaltonen trying to pick that up. Could not. Now he tracks it down. Gets bumped on the far side by Roymark. Kontiola. Now Tollefson comes in and drops the shoulder into Petri Kontiola and sends him for a spill.
Well, Tollefson, a very physical defenseman, had the big hit against USA that put Steve Moses out of the game, although Moses came back and played today.
USA beating Russia 4-2 in the earlier game here in Ostrava. Kontiola drops it in his own zone. Aaltonen. And back for the defenseman, Lupista. Left side, Jokinen carries in. Jokinen goes cross ice, picked off and cleared, and back for Olam. Olam works it to center, to the line and in. Olam drop pass. Intercepted. Batas Olam is on it, trying to get it to Ken-Andre Olam. Barkov jams it up the boards. Donskoy's there. Puck bounces around, makes its way to center ice. Holas ahead for Olam. in that offside. Lets the shot go through some traffic. It did make it to Pekarene, and Pekarene will hang on. Power play goal has Finland in front. 1-0 in favor of Finland on a goal by Esa Lindell. Came on the power play. Jordan Eberle has Canada up on the Czech Republic 1-0. Finland with the early lead. Olem sends this back to the line. Shot Pekarene. A little bit off balance, but Rennie makes the save and hangs on to it as the shot from the line coming through from Norstrabo.
Well, some good work by Ken-Andre Olem, just kicking it back to the point, and Pekarene didn't pick this up till late. You can tell by the reaction. It's just a routine shot, but it took him a while to track it down, and makes the save and falls back.
So a bit of a Nordic round robin going here. It was Denmark last night for Finland, Norway tonight, and then Denmark and Norway will play on Saturday. Behind the Finnish net, Joki-Pekka trying to come up with it. He got stripped of it. Rosalie Olsen trying to work it free to the far side boards. Gets away from Martinson. Back to the right for Holas. Holas tried to get that back in behind the net. Joki-Pekka breaks it up and sends it for Mantala. Mantala ahead for Martinson. Cleared in. Kampainen in on the forecheck. Kampainen into the corner. Trying to dig it out of the pile. Pesonen goes to the front of the net. Leo Komarov's shot never got through. Komarov now in with a good solid jolt in the corner. That forces a turnover. Up the boards for Kampainen. Kampainen drops it back for Komarov. Komarov to the front of the net. That got deflected by Pesonen. Heikkinen holds it in at the right point. Back in for Kampainen. Kampainen trying to work it out front in a battle there with Holas. And now the puck squirts loose, and Norstrabo's on it for Norway. Bounces it out to center ice, no further. And right back in for Sami Lepisto. He'll drop for Aaltonen. Aaltonen couldn't get anywhere as he got squeezed to the sideboards. Tollefson parks in behind his own net. And another line change. Tollefson. Lead pass to center. And getting dumped at center ice. And expecting a call, but none coming, was Tretton's.
Well, he looked to the ref. Looked like he got clipped there in the skates, but no call on the play.
Tuomo Ruutu sends this back, and Trigg hustles back for Norway. Norway making a change. Tretton sends it back into his own end. Tollefson back for Trigg. Trigg up the middle. That got deflected in by Roost. Roymark is after it in behind the net. Gets it for Steen. Steen being watched by Lindell. Roymark. Salmela all over him. And Jussi Jokinen comes up with the puck. Ahead for Barkov, back for Jokinen. Slap shot, Bolden save. Jokinen going after the rebound, and got poked away from him at the last second. Roost for Steen. Steen drop pass at the line. Von Saxon sends it down low. It is Roost trying to work it out of the corner. Salmela ties him up. Oleman after the loose puck along with Thoresen. Thoresen dug it out, but it came outside the line. And now Norstrabo has to wait for everyone to get on side. Thoresen is there, couldn't pick it up cleanly. And now grabbed off by Pilstrom, and he'll play it back for Lindell.
Well, this has been the line that's provided all the offense for Norway. Thoresen with 2 goals, and Morten Ask has the other.
Lindell, dangerous pass as Jakola had to duck out of the way at the last second. Thoresen in for Olin, back for Thoresen, trying to bust his way through. Shot to the short side, steered away by Pekarene. Mathis Olin plays it back to the blue line. Knocked down in front of the net was Thoresen, and the puck is off a stick and out of play.
Oh, look at Esa Lindell. Barkov and Jokinen are going to pick up the assist on this. Barkov does a great job. This is a good heads up. Lindell looks, sees that lane to the net, able to get the shot through, and it finds its way under the arm of Volden to give Finland the 1-0 lead.
Volden played pretty well against Russia, ended up giving 6, but still made some pretty good saves.
And there's a very dominant performance by Russia in that first game.
Pessonen to the line, tried to get it through for Leo Komarov. Rosalie Olsen gives chase on Jokki Pekka. And cleared back by Kampainen. Around the boards, but kept in by Trigg. In for Martinson. Martinson to the point. Tollefson the shot. And Pecoreni takes that into the mitt and holds it.
Well, Finland's doing a real good job in front of the net as Tollefson lets this shot go. Not allowing Norway to really get a screen, just boxing out at the side of the net. Look at Patrick Thoresen for Norway. He leads them with a couple goals. 106 career National Hockey League games between Edmonton and Philadelphia. Played 2 years for Moncton in the QMJHL. Now he plays in the KHL for SKA St. Petersburg. A lot of the Russian players, they were the Gagarin Cup champions this past season.
28 teams in the KHL. Not all in Russia. Tuomo Ruutu sends this out at center ice. Ruutu, the number 9 overall pick in 2001 by Chicago. Contiola, who was going to try the National Hockey League this past season, went to Toronto's training camp and did not make the Leafs. Went to the Marlies as we look at Thoresen.
Yeah, Contiola played 11 games with the Marlies, didn't get a point. Decided to come back, play overseas. Look at a couple NHL veterans for Norway, Thoresen, and there was Tollefson, and there's look at Barkov.
And the goal scorer, Esa Lindell. And who knows what is in store for him next season. A Dallas pick. John Klingberg, what a great year he had with the Dallas Stars after he got called up. We're watching Jokki Pekka tonight in this game with Finland.
No, Jokki Pekka for Finland played 51 games with Dallas.
Donskoi plays it deep. Barkov goes in after it. Alexander Barkov dishes off for Donskoi. Donskoi finds a little bit of room, works it to the middle of the ice, and he fired it over top that far corner. What a play by Donskoi. At the line, Salmela for Esa Lindell, and Lindell's shot goes off of Matthias Trettens and out of play. We'll take a break. It's 1-0 Finland. Finland up 1-0. We are in Ostrava, Czech Republic. The 2015 World Championship. There's Dahlstrom trying to break free, and Holos got back in time to knock it away from him.
Oh, good play by Holos, getting on his horse after the turnover by the teammate and able to get back and swat the puck away.
Otama feeds it on the right side, and it is dumped in deep. Chased down there by Pilstrom and grabbed off by Steen. The early power play goal has Norway up by 1. Roymark carries deep, or has Finland up by 1. Norway carrying into the Finland zone. Brigg at the right point. Trigg into the high slot. Quick shot, that never got to the net. Hit Roymark in front. Ask drops for Tollefson, looking for Ask on the right side. It was too far for him, and Jokki Pekka will take over. Jokki Pekka sends it for Jakola. He'll just float this into the Norway zone. Norway back to regroup. Morten Ask floats this rink wide. Olem trying to knock it down. Mathis Olem couldn't. Leo Komarov is on it. For Pessonen and back for Komarov. Komarov takes it wide. Komarov has Kampainen with him, but plays it back to the line. Now the shot by Mantala, and that hit big Kampainen in front of the net. Komarov is on it. Komarov being chased there by Sorvik, kept in at the blue line, but only briefly. Well, there's a turnover, and Finland will continue to hold it in, and a shot by Pessonen with Kampainen in front, and that is grabbed and held by Bolden.
Well, Norway having trouble getting the puck out of their zone. Finally, Pessonen just throws it to the net, and Lars Bolden, the goaltender for Norway, will hang on and get a face-off here and get a line change for his team.
Bolden, part of the Norway team at the World Junior Hockey Championship that was played in Buffalo. Another big goalie at 6'3".
Boston draft pick back in 2011.
Holas plays this in behind his own net. Under 5.5 left to go, opening period. Martinson plays it back into his own zone, and then Martinson will get it back from Holas. Holas got taken to the backboards hard. Jonas Holas plays big minutes. There's a quick shot from that far side by Aaltonen, and that went wide. Finland now cranking it up here in the last couple of shifts. They wave off icing, and Heitinen will go back and leave it there for Sami Lepisto. Lepisto waits in behind his own net. 4 NHL seasons for him. Washington, Phoenix at that time, now Arizona, Columbus, and Chicago. Lepisto feeds it through for Jokinen. Jokinen wide on Tollefson. Comes off Tollefson's skate to the short side. And now Jokinen to the backboards hard with Tollefson.
Oh, look at some of the hits in this first period. Thorson going in on Aaltonen. Tollefson stepping up on Donskoy. Tollefson has had some big hits in this tournament, and it's a style of game that he is going to play, the captain here for Norway.
Back at the line, Lindell plays it down, a shot to the net. Salmela was jumping in from the left point, couldn't get a stick on it. Lindell's shot changed directions, and Bolden makes the save. Steen after it in the corner with Tollefson. Tollefson plays it around the boards, but Lindell's going to be first on it, gets there ahead of Roymart. Barkov now for Donskoy. Donskoy, the Florida draft pick. Back to the line, Salmela. Lindell, back for Salmela. Shot through some traffic. Bolden the save. Jokinen on the rebound. Chipped that one over top the net. But a good chance in tight for Jokinen. Jokinen now to the far side after Trigg. And now Finland in a line change, and Norway will change as well. And Tollefson will leave it behind the net, and then he will make his way to the bench. 1-0 Finland here in the opening period. Sorvik plays it through on the left side. Thorson goes after it. Thorson plays it to the high slot. That gets picked off, and Finland right back up the ice. Linavera tried to get it deep, did not. Bounces around at the line. Olin for Thorson. Thorson, quick shot to the short side, saved. Centering pass grabbed off by Pilstrom. Pilstrom in on Holas, plays it deep, goes in after it. Came to the side of the net. Pilstrom almost had a gift. And now Bolden holds it.
Well, Pilstrom was getting up. The puck followed him with his skate to the front of the net. Bolden had to be sharp to cover that one up. Good rush by Pilstrom. Just a little chip and chase play, goes in with Holas, and then as he gets up, kicks it to the side of the net.
Kampainen, who has had a lot of success in the face-off department, wins that one. Came into the game at 71%, Kampainen did. Number 1 in the tournament. Coming into the game, he had won 15 of 21. As we look at the other number 24, Martinson.
Well, right now Norway trying to find a way to create some pressure. Finland does a good job defensively. That's part of the reason they were able to win the silver medal last year. That and the fact that Pekka Rinne in net anytime the opposition had a chance, he was there to make the save.
Kampainen out to take the face-off again. Controlled off the draw by Olim. Ken-Andre Olim for Martinson. Martinson dishes that off. Rosalie Olsen tried to come near side with it. No one there, and now it's back for Trigg into his own zone. Trigg through the middle of the ice. Drops it back. Tolofsson plays it in, and Pecorine will leave it there for Sami Lepisto. He in turn will leave it for Heitinen. And Heitinen will send it ahead for Kontiola. On the right side, slap shot coming from Otama. And save made by Bolden.
Well, real nice breakout here by Finland. They just wait to sort it out, come up together with speed, and then that speed up the middle, a nice feed. Started with Heitinen over to Kontiola, Kontiola to Aaltonen, and then the quick shot by Aaltonen coming down that right wing.
Two minutes left in period one. Bouncing puck at the line, and unable to hold that in was Heitinen. Penalty coming up on the play. Norway now with 6 attackers as they prepare to go on the power play. Sorvik holds it in at the line, dishes off. Here's a slap shot that got deflected as Bastiansen let that one go from the line, and now a holding call coming on the play to Norway.
Well, it's going to go to Heitinen. He loses the puck at the blue line, and the pressure from Trenton tries to get by. There's the free arm that Heitinen just reaches out, holds up for a second, and now Norway has the opportunity. Finland scored earlier in this game on the power play. Norway will have their chance. They're 0 for 6 in the tournament.
Controlled by Norway. Holas plays this down low and skipped away from Mathis. Olem ends up on Martinson's stick. Martinson plays it behind for Thorsson. Thorsson looking into the slot. In from the line was Trigg, but that pass got tipped away. Olem trying to get away from Kampainen. Holas back for Olem. Olem to the far side. Blocker save made by Pecorine and cleared down the ice. Holas puts on the brakes in behind his own net. Holas, a brief stint with the Colorado Avalanche in the 10-11 season. Now plays for Yaroslavl of the KHL. Holas through the middle, backhanded in deep. Bastiansen goes to the front of the net. Puck comes back to the line. Trigg plays it to the left side. Action in front of the net, and now it gets cleared, and a penalty coming up on the play. It is going to be Rosalie Olsen. Or is this going to Finland?
I think this is going to Sami Lepisto. He's complaining that it should have been a penalty on Norway, but the call goes to them as Ken-Andre Olem busts the net. Great play by Lepisto, but his stick gets into the feet of Rosalie Olsen. He tries to drop it, and now a 50-second two-man advantage for Norway and an opportunity late in this first period to tie it up.
Lepisto and Heitinen, two defensemen in the penalty box. Kampainen out to take the face-off, pulls it back, but no one there as far as Finland was concerned. Trigg down low, plays it back to the line to Holas. Back in for Trigg, cross ice, and Pecorine reads that all the way and makes the save off of Mathis Olem.
Well, Olem with a good chance, and it creates it. Holas to play down, then he breaks through the middle, and then the pass goes beyond him. Good job following up as Olem's kind of that second coverage. He gets the shot through, and Pecorine just squeezes enough up against the post to make the save.
Great save by Pecorine because he couldn't have been 100% sure that the initial shot wasn't going to come. Holas feeds it across, long shot in, and the period comes to an end. 24 seconds left in Heitinen's penalty and 1:34 left in the second penalty to Lepisto, and there's your goal scorer, Esa Lindell.
Well, Finland does the job keeping up defensively, but now down two men here to start the second. It's an opportunity for Norway to get back in the game.
So it will be a key part of this game when the second period gets going, but Finland up 1-0. Pecorine will be busy to start the second period. Finland down 2 men. 24 seconds left in the first penalty. and Lars Volden. Busier of the two in that opening period.
Well, it is, and this is a chance here for Norway to get themselves only down a goal, but a 5-on-3 for 24 seconds here. Look at Sami Lepisto. He was the busiest player for Finland, played 6:20 of ice time. Though with Finland, everybody's around the same. Everyone had at least 6 shifts, and the highest was 9.
And not a surprise for Norway, who leads them in minutes played. Jonas Holas, who is out there now as part of this 5-on-3. Olem to the line of Morton, asking back for Mathis Olem for Holas. Holas the shot. Pekarinen got a blocker on it. Olem, as one penalty is about to expire, and a save there by Pekarinen as Mathis Olem tried to get Pekarinen to expect that pass across and then ripped it to the short side.
He almost had him leaning a little bit too far off that post on the short side.
Morton asked back, now a one-man advantage for another 50 seconds for Norway. Norway 0-2 so far in the tournament. Picked up and cleared all the way down the ice. And Bolden will play it off the backboards and then send it out at center ice. Bastiansen drops it back. Sorvik in across the line with Rosalie Olsen. Rosalie Olsen curls, plays it to the line. Norströmo, cross ice pass, and a one-timer was there, but only for a split second. And then as Rosalie Olsen tried to work it more to the middle, they just all closed off on him.
Well, nice play by Norströmo. Early it was Holas. He had a shot. Pekarinen gets the blocker, and then Olem tries that short side in the right shoulder of Pekarinen, able to make the save. Tregoff the back door, just missed that rebound.
Dozen seconds in the power play. Shot through traffic, and Pekarinen simply had the pads down and stops that one. Luovera plays this down the ice. And Finland has survived the penalties. Roost in on the forecheck, cleared away from him. Salmela through the middle, all for Aaltonen. Aaltonen shot off the backboards, and almost an opportunity there for Tuomo Ruutu. Cleared down, and Pekarinen will leave it there for Esa Lindell. Lindell, a nice pass up for Kontiola. Kontiola won 4 of 5 faceoffs in that opening period for Finland. Bastiansen through center, drops at the line. Trettins goes cross ice. Holas plays it down low. It squirts away from Morton Ask. Norströmo at the left point. That hit Kontiola before it got to the net. And stuffed ahead now for Aaltonen. He'll bounce it in. Player changes now for Finland. Norströmo starts the attack, drops it off for Holas. Rink wide now for Steen. Back for Norströmo. Tried to get it deep, did not. Norway now completing its change. Roost on it on the far side. First to the loose puck. Plays it back into his own end. Triggs gets it left side, and Norströmo will send it in. Pekarinen snaps it off the boards. Ends up back in the corner. And now controlled by Mantala. 6th World Championship for Tuukka Mantala. Jokipaka gets to center ice, was not across the red line, and as a result, icing will be the call against Finland.
Well, he thought he had more speed on the outside that could race for that puck. Norway unable to capitalize on a great chance with a 2-man power play, still find themselves down a goal here against Finland. Olem possibly the best chance with a shot to the short side.
Face-off win by Norway. Mathis Olem watched by Jokipaka. Jokipaka trying to tie him up. Mantala there trying to fish the puck out of the pile. Tollefson is in from the line. Tollefson, he gets rubbed out. Puck still loose. A board battle going on in the Finland zone. And finally cleared for Jokinen. Jokinen will flip it out at center, and Tollefson is there. Back to the line, no further. Donskoy takes that pass from Jokinen. Donskoy trying to bust his way through. He gets rubbed out by Tollefson. Up to center ice. Olam right back in. Olam after it in behind the net. Luavera carries in on the right side. Wrist shot sailed wide. Makes its way out to center ice. Otema sends it back looking for Luavera. Too far for him. And back in for Ken-Andre Olam. He tried to get that quick shot through. It got blocked. And now an odd man rush for Finland. But hustling back was Rosalie Olsen to even the man situation up. Shot to the short side by Pilstrom. And that's stopped by Volden. Kampainen after it. Rosalie Olsen is there for Norway. Kept in by Komarov to Lindell. And that shot went wide. Ansi Salmela slaps it back around the boards. Kampainen is there. Couldn't trap it. Either could Lindell. And Lindell has to backtrack. Lead pass now misses everyone. And another racing call against Finland.
Well, Norway trying to get out of their zone. Finland having the chance. Jalonen here has got his team going a little bit more to their structure. They like to come up together on the breakout. If they don't have anything, they do go into that stack kind of 1-2-2 through the neutral zone. That's part of their defensive scheme.
Finland controls off the draw. And then it's lost by Lindell. Kampainen goes after it into the back of the net. It's swung around the boards and Norway controls. Tollefson has to backpedal. Finds a little bit of room, sends it cross ice, and then off the stick of Trigg. And over top the Norway bench.
Well, Matt Trigg, the oldest of Norway, 38-year-old. His first World Hockey Championship was in 1999. This is his 65th game in the tournament. And the Finland fans, the majority here, there are some Norway fans. Usually every team has representation in the crowd, but strongest being probably Finland and, of course, Slovakia here in this pool.
Well, it is part of what hockey fans do at this time of the year over in this part of the world. And that's make their way to the World Championships. If not for all of it, at least for some of it. Depends for some how much their liver can take.
Well, yeah, they make sure they have a good time.
At center, Lepista clears it in. And another icing call here against Finland as the pass misses everyone.
Well, the pass and the pace is slowed down here in this second period. There's the Norway fans.
Out in full force. And there's, as you can tell by the colors of their jerseys, probably more Finland fans in the building than Norway fans. Aaltonen. Pass up through the middle of the ice. And the shot from that far side by Kontiola after the nice little redirect from Tuomo Ruutu. It is 1-0 Finland here in period number 2. Still 1-0 here in favor of Finland over in Prague. Canada leading the Czech Republic 2-1 early in the second period. Eberle and Hall have scored for Canada. Wraparound try, no room to the short side by Salmela. Back to the line, Lindell lets the shot go. And now Donskoy's on the loose puck. Had to get away from him, recovers it. Plays it down for Jussi Jokinen. In for Alexander Barkov. Barkov gets knocked down on the play and controlled now by Norway. Morten Ask plays it in behind his own net. Norström back for Holas. The pass for Olam failed to materialize. Donskoy spins, looking for Jokinen off this backside. Jokinen couldn't pick up that pass cleanly. And now a penalty coming up. It is going to be a hooking call. And is it Patrick Thorson who is headed to the box?
Yeah, it's going to be Thorson for hooking. 2 minutes. And some more pressure from what is the top line of Finland. Jokinen along with Donskoi and Barkov. And it's Thorson just getting the stick into the hands of Jussi Jokinen. That draws the penalty. And Finland, who has a power play goal in this game, has another opportunity.
Face-off in the Norway end of the ice. Kontiola back at the line. Almost another penalty, perhaps should have been. To the front of the net, and Aaltonen tried to get it there, cleared all the way down the ice.
Well, it looked like the referee almost raised his hand. It was almost a half call.
Kontiola, what are you saying, a 1-minute penalty? Cleared back to the blue line. Kontiola. We talked about his stint in Toronto. It was his second attempt at the National Hockey League. First with the Chicago Blackhawks. Down low it goes. Otama into the slot for Tuomo Ruutu. And blocked away there by Lars Bolden. Ruutu back to the line for Salmela. For Kontiola. Kontiola walks it in. And the shot goes off a stick and out of play.
Well, Tuomo Ruutu right in front. The shot from the side, just trying to feed it. A little redirect by Ruutu, and good reaction by Lars Bolden. A nice set up by Aaltonen. And the blocker of Bolden stays with that puck.
Off the face-off, Donskoi plays some give and go at the line with Lindell. Donskoi plays it behind the net. Jokinen from Pesonen. And that shot by Lindell never got through. Lindell for Barkov. Barkov off a leg and in. As Bond Saxon saved with Barkov. Now comes all the way across and gives Jussi Jokinen a shot. Lindell trying to hold it in at the line, does. Gets it away from Roost. Roost now picks up a chase on Pesonen, and now there is another penalty coming to Norway. And for 20 seconds, Finland will have a 5-on-3.
Von Saxon, it'll be his second penalty of the game. It's going to be a boarding call as he takes Barkov to the boards. Barkov loses his helmet, and Von Saxon to the penalty box. So Norway had their opportunity with the two-man advantage. Now Finland will have a chance here to extend their lead. Esa Lindell, he has the goal for Finland. It came on the power play in the first period.
So each team now with a 5-on-3, and this face-off becomes critical. And Barkov now making his way over to the bench.
Well, I think he needs his helmet readjusted. They're going to have to bring another player on. Lost his helmet in that penalty, the collision.
Well, he's ready to go, but by now the officials have said play on, and Kampainen comes out in his place. Kontiola to take this face-off, and it is controlled by Finland. Pesonen for Kampainen. Back for Lindell. Cross ice slap shot as Aaltonen let go with that one, and it got blocked. Aaltonen, Kontiola. Back for Lindell, stopped in front, rebound, score! And they will stay on the power play. Was Big Kampainen the last to get a stick on this?
Yes, Kampainen. So Barkov going to the bench, Kampainen comes on, he gets the goal. There are some big blocks by the Norwegians on this play. A couple big blocks, but the block goes right to the stick of Kampainen. They fire away first, Ultimate Sorvik with a big block. Kick it right back out to the point. And this time, Lindell lets it go. Tollefson with the block. He has no stick. And Kampainen, it comes right to him as he just has to tap this across the goal line. Lindell has his second point of the game, and Finland has a 2-0 lead as they remain on the power play.
3 power play shots and 2 power play goals for Finland. So the power play that was over coming into this game has connected for both tallies.
And number 50,
also picks up an assist on the power play goal. Tolofsson over for a new stick. There's the goal scorer. Jonas Kampainen, 6'2", 213 pounds, plays for Karpat. 1:35 now left in the second power play. And boy, you get the feeling here, another power play goal and Norway's in trouble. Jokinen shot to the shore, rather Barkov the shot to the short side. That got stopped. Donskoy controls. Donskoy being watched by Steen. Down for Jokinen, tried to get it out front quickly for Pesonen. They jam it up behind. Pesonen intercepts. Pesonen, and there's another penalty now coming to Norway. Pesonen. Donskoy. Back for Lindell. Lindell fires, and a rolling puck as it came off a body. Grabbed by Volden, and this is going to be a 57-second 5-on-3.
Well, it's going to go to, I think Roost is going to get the penalty here. Pesonen picks off a giveaway, has a chance all alone, and Roost lifts the stick. And right now, Norway, understand if Roy Hansen's a little upset, finding themselves in a lot of penalty trouble as Roost goes for hooking.
A third goal by Finland, and Norway is in trouble.
Just don't have enough offense to get back from that type of deficit.
2 minutes for hooking.
Finland controls off the draw. Kampainen puts it to the far side boards, makes its way back to the line. Aaltonen for Kontiola. Kontiola back for Pesonen, back for Kontiola. Kampainen is in front. Lindell gets it back behind the net. Pesonen in front of the net, and a redirect there by Kampainen. That just went wide. Back for Pesonen. Pesonen couldn't handle it, but it's blocked by Kontiola. Kontiola blocked it again. Lindell jumps in from the left point, and it is cleared and out of play. And what's the ruling on this going to be?
Well, this could be a penalty too. They're going to have a discussion about it. There's no glass. And if it goes over into the bench,
it is another penalty for Norway. Or are they saying it was deflected?
I think he's saying it was deflected, so it won't be. Norway's got themselves in enough trouble here. They got 20 seconds left here of the 5-on-3 for Finland. They're still having a discussion about it.
Why would he skate to the penalty box to signal that it was deflected? Well,
we're not sure what's happening here, and I don't think Coach of Norway knows. Is it? Yes, it looks like Morten Ask is going to go to the penalty box. He's trying to state his case that it did deflect and go out of play, but, well, Finland's just going to play on the power play here for a while, a two-man advantage.
There will be, when all is said and done, 3 5-on-3s, and the coaching staff of Denmark not at all impressed with Norway, not at all impressed with that call.
Well, no, the discussion over at the bench now. Trying to get an explanation. Going bad to worse here for Norway.
So 5-on-3 continues. And then in 20 seconds, the one penalty will be over. The Wansu Bon Saxon. But then the one to Ask will come into play. So it will stay 5-on-3. Lindell, Aaltonen, back for Lindell. To the goal line for Pesonen. Jani Pesonen goes cross ice for Kontiola. Lindell, slap shot, save, score! Second power play goal of the period for Kampainen. And it's 3-0.
Well, it works once, you might as well try it again. And the big 6'2", 213-pound Finn Kampainen just parks right in front of Volden. Lindell will pick up his third point of the game. He has had a big one, just moving the puck around. They're looking for the one-timer up top. Lindell with the shot. Kampainen a good screen and then just spins and chips that into the top corner.
Pretty good play by the 27-year-old Kampainen.
Real nice play. Not only the screen, but the focus as he spins and just chips that in.
And it will stay 5-on-3. 3-0 Finland.
All three on the power play, and they remain on the power play.
Still seems to be some discussion as to
who comes out of the box, who stays in.
Yes.
Bonsask was the first penalty. He is out. And it's whether that penalty had ran out.
Players in the penalty box should be Roost and Ask.
And that's who's in there.
And that 5-on-3 now continues for Finland. Kontiola, as he was trying to bust down that right side, and that pass gets deflected.
Oh, a good stick by Forsberg to keep it out. Volden, not much chance here. His team in a big hole now, down 3, and talked about it, down 3 here. A team like Norway just doesn't have it offensively to get back in that type of situation.
Lindell plays it cross ice. Aaltonen carries in. He's got a couple of assists in this game. Kontiola trying to come cross ice for Pesonen. Lindell, Aaltonen, back for Lindell and back for Aaltonen for Kontiola. Kampainen makes his way back to the front of the net. Kontiola trying to play some give and go there with Pesonen. Norway unable to clear. Aaltonen for Lindell, didn't get much on the shot and it went wide. And then some good hustle to the far side boards by Forsberg, and he'll clear it down the ice. 5 seconds left in the first penalty. Jokinen. So now it is a 5-on-4. Jokinen goes cross ice. Aaltonen, Lindell, back for Jokinen. No shooting lane. Looks cross ice. It's deflected back to Lindell. That shot, it got blocked. And a short side chance there by Heitinen. And that missed the target. And it's cleared by Norway down the ice.
Well, Finland, they almost simplified their power play coming into this game. And Lindell seems to be the key part of it, trying to tee him up for the big shot at the point.
Deflected in by Jokinen. Jokinen for Donskoy. Donskoy back for Jokinen. Jokinen the shot, that got blocked. Since the 6:41 mark of the second period, Finland has been on the power play. Jokinen centers, that got blocked. And now finally, Norway back at full strength. Heitinen trying to hold it in, could not. And now Ask starts back. Trying to get that for Roymark, and it bounces into Pekarene, and Pekarene's going to hang on to it. Finland 3, Norway no score here in the second.
The Irwin.
5 minutes and 20 seconds of power play time for Finland. Much of that 5-on-3 produces a couple of goals, and Norway in a hole.
Well, Norway was in a hole to Russia down 4-0 after the first, and they got a couple quick ones back in the second. See if they can try and find that.
Pilstrom in on goal, and a save made by Volden. And every save that Lars Volden makes now is magnified because of the situation.
No, absolutely. Pilstrom the breakaway. Here's a look at the power play tonight. He started for Finland. Lindell, the opening goal, then Aaltonen to Lindell. Kampainen parked in front, and almost a repeat. Aaltonen to Lindell, and Kampainen able to chip that rebound home for the 3-0 lead.
Off the face-off, grabbed by Olam. Mathis Olam gets to center, no further. Dishes off for Trigg. Trigg will hammer it in. Pekarene from the Nashville Predators drops it off there for Jakola. And now bounced in on Volden, and he'll clear it away. The other problem for both these teams, not just Finland, is a lot of players haven't seen the ice for quite some time because of the specialty team situation. Loose puck cleared away. Trigg for Thoresen, back for Trigg. Absolutely no room through that neutral zone. Perhaps a bit of a hook there by Komarov. Morton Ask lost control of it. Finland right back in on the attack. Cross ice pass, Pesonen trying to get that to the front of the net, and now play whistle down and a high sticking penalty coming up, and you would think this is going against Finland, and it is Pesonen who will make his way to the penalty box.
Well, Pesonen in on the forecheck, gets tied up with Sorvik, and you'd have to think after the penalty situation Norway just went through, any little thing that Finland does was going to get called, and Pesonen will head to the box, and Norway now with the power play of their own here trying to get back and fight their way out of this 3-0 hole.
Third power play of the game for Norway. Kampainen. He's been good. Very good on the face-off. A couple of goals for him on the power play. The one, as you mentioned, it was supposed to be Barkov, but Barkov lost his helmet on a play that drew the penalty.
Well, Barkov's been in front of, but yeah, he lost his helmet, so Kampainen went out, and then the next time they put Kampainen back out, and it has worked.
Big hit there by Sami Lepista as Norstrabo came in with his head down. Kampainen after it on the far side, cleared away from him, and he'll just continue on to the bench on the line change. Bastiansen plays it back for Holas. Holas slowly through center to the line and in. Power play for Norway. Their third of the game. Rosalie Olsen trying to work it back to the line. Got rubbed out by Heitinen. Heitinen tried to jam it up the wall. Trying to get it to Heitinen. Controlled though by Norway. Slap shot. That changed directions and a good glove save by Pekka Rinne as Ken-Andre Olaf let that shot go.
Oh, and it's Bastiansen in front, and he does a nice little, it's a shot pass play, a little redirect. Pekka Rinne follows it through with the glove save. Earlier they hit Lepisto stepping up to Norstrabo. Norstrabo head down, the young 19-year-old takes a big hit there. His first World Hockey Championship, played in the 2014 World Juniors.
Power play continues. Trigg at the line, slap shot off a body in front, high and wide. Slap shot, nope, fake slap shot from the far side by Mathis Olam. Back to the line for Sorvik, sends it for Thoresen. Thoresen's quick shot, that one off a body and wide. Sorvik at the line one more time, down for Thoresen. Thoresen for Olam. Olam lost control of it, and Kampainen will skate this out to center. Luivera plays it back to his own line, and Jakola will send it down the rest of the way. Olam with some speed. Olam to the line and in. Olam takes it wide. Tried to center it. Mandela stayed with him. Power play is over. Pesonen out of the penalty box. Room down the right side. Wrist shot there by Heitinen, and that got steered away. And play whistled down. Heitinen, there's one H-Y-T-O-N-E-N. That's number 25, and number 38 is also Heitinen, but spelled H-I-E-T-A-N-E-N.
Well, there's a few teams where we got the same names. Some spelt the same, some spelt different. And Norway not able to capitalize. Another good penalty kill for Finland as they stay perfect on their kill.
At the line, Lindell holds it in. 105-29 and counting now. That Pekka Rinne has been perfect. Barkov out now with Jokinen and Donskoy. Barkov back to the line. Shot by Salmela doesn't get through. Donskoy, Jokinen, Salmela trying to get away from the checking of Olam. sharp angle chance. Jokinen to the front of the net. Backhand try. Jokinen on the doorstep and a save made as Barkov got that puck to the front of the net.
Well, Jussi Jokinen had a real good opportunity at the first goal last game. And it's a great play down low by Barkov. A no-look between the legs pass. Jokinen fights off the check from Bastiansen and gets the backhand through to Volden.
Martin Zatovic has scored for the Czech Republic in Prague, and Czech Republic and Canada tied 2-2. Czech Republic had that big game to start things off. They ended up losing to Sweden in a shootout, but they trailed and kept coming back, and got themselves something out of that game. Right now, USA, the only 3-0 team in this tournament after their win against Russia earlier today. Canada sitting at 2-0. And in this one, it is Finland with 3 power play goals and a 3-0 lead. Heitinen on a loose puck and grabs it off. Plays it back to the line. Screen shot bounces towards the front of the net. Norstrabo cleared it away. Luavera's on the loose puck. Luavera sharp angle. That almost found the short side. Bolden recovered, makes the save, and hangs on.
Well, Luavera just a shot from the outside. Pesonen's goal the other day, there was a shot from the wall by Luavera. Look at Patrick Thorson. He's got the 2 goals in this tournament for Norway. He's the key guy if Roy Johansson wants to see his team get back into this game.
Hillstrom trying to pull that out of the pile, could not. And Tollefson grabs it for Trigg. Trigg winds his way to center for Olam. Mathis Olam tries to get it to the front of the net. Thorson was there, never did get to him. In behind the net, cleared away by Jakola. Gets it again, pressure coming. And cleared around the boards by Otama. Luavera, and as he gets to the line, getting bumped offside was Pilstrom, and that brings about a stoppage in play. We're into the final 2 minutes here of the second period.
There's O.C. Luavera, his former Ottawa draft pick back in 2003. Speedy Pilstrom had that breakaway here, could have extended the lead to 4, but couldn't get it past Volden. As Finland fans are happy with their team's lead.
Leo Komarov now out with Pesonen and Kampainen. Leo Komarov, of course, of the Toronto Maple Leafs. A couple of different stints with Toronto. Left for a brief time to go to the KHL. That was already after he had won a KHL championship. Was the first NHL player to be born in Estonia. In the corner, controlled by Ken-Andre Olam. Plays it back in behind the net. Tied up in the corner. Olam trying to play it to the front of the net. Martinson was there. Rosalie Olsen looking for a loose puck. Olam still has it. It's in his skates. Kampainen staying with him. Martinson gets it to the front of the net, makes its way back to the line. But Leo Komarov is there to take it for Finland. Played out through center ice. Grabbed off, unable to catch up to that was Pesonen. And it's back in behind Pekarinen, and he'll leave it there for Mantala. Pressure coming. Plays it up the boards. Turnover there as it's kept in by Norway. Now Pesonen will try it. And Pesonen in the final 30 seconds of the period just gets rid of it. And Holas back for Norway. For Norstabo. Lead pass, Forsberg the shot. That goes to the short side, and Pekarinen will make the save and hang on to it.
Well, Forsberg just coming down. It's all that Norway's been able to generate is an outside shot. And an easy save for Pekarinen, who really hasn't seen much work, didn't see much against Denmark in that shutout, and hasn't been challenged too much by Norway in this game.
Shots are 22-12 in favor of Finland. All 3 of their goals have come on the power play. A power play that was 0 for 8 coming into the game. Alexander Barkov sends it down low. Jokinen goes after it. And time running out here in period number 2. And after a 1-0 lead, 2 power play goals has Finland up by 3.
Well, commanding lead right now for Finland, and Pekarinen taking into the second intermission. 111-minute, 46-second shutout streak.
So Finland 3, Norway no score. 40 minutes done here in Ostrava.
Are you
Pekarinen perfect so far in this game for Finland. Coming off the game last night where he was perfect.
Well, he hasn't been challenged too much. Only 11 shots on goal for Norway in this hockey game. And Esa Lindell, he's led Finland in ice time at 13:51 and has himself a 3-point game with a goal and 2 assists. And the young Dallas Stars prospect at 20 having a real good tournament here. Tied for the league in defense scoring with Torrey Krug with 4 points.
Third period underway. Nestorbo for Holas. Holas circles back into his own zone. Back for Nestorbo. He'll snap this up the middle. On and off the stick of Mathis Olam, and controlled by Sami Lepisto. Around for Heitinen. Heitinen's pass got picked off. Olam sends it back. Sharp angle chance. That failed to get to the net off the stick of Thoresen. And now Lepisto sends it ahead. Kontiola plays it left side. Altonen, who's had a 2-assist game. Tuomo Ruutu in on the forecheck, gave Holas a bump. And Thoresen plays it back into his own zone and then heads to the bench on the line change. Finland with 3 power play goals in this game. Our coverage continues tomorrow. Denmark and Belarus, and then Slovakia and Slovenia. Those are the 2 games for tomorrow. Over in Prague, Canada leading Czech Republic 3-2 at the end of 40 minutes. Lindell sends this ahead for Donskoy. Donskoy pulls up, has Barkov and Jokinen with him. Jokinen back to Donskoy, and he tried to slide it cross ice for Barkov. It was deflected away. Barkov on the puck in front for Jokinen. Donskoy couldn't get that to settle down.
Donskoy has had numerous chances in this tournament, but yet to find the back of the net.
He's had a good tournament. 23 years of age. Plays for Karpat, 49 points in 59 games. Jakola feeds it through for Luavera. He'll deflect it the rest of the way in. Hillstrom in on the forecheck, cleared past him, and brought back in by Matthias Trettens. In on the forecheck, Luavera back for it. Taken by Forsberg for Trettens. Trettens trying to get it back to the left point, and does with a good crisp pass. Shot from the left point by Van Saxon. And a penalty coming up on the play. It'll be a power play.
And this is going to go for Norway. It's going to go on the power play. As Jakola is going to head to the box for Finland as he wraps up. Looks like Bastiansen behind the net. And now Norway, another power play opportunity. Here's the chance Donskoy had earlier. Nice little move taking it to the net. But a good check by Ken-Andre Olam just to get that puck away right at the last moment.
So Finland 3 for 5 on the power play. They'll be shorthanded now. This is the 4th time in the game that Norway has gone to the power play. Olam for Thoresen. Patrick Thoresen watched by Kampainen. His stick shattered, came to the side of the net, and grabbed and held by Pekarinen. And now a little action at the side of the net as Big Martinson is in the middle of it for Norway.
Well, they got Martinson parked right in front of the net as Thoresen goes to shoot this puck. Stick breaks, but stick kicks it towards the net with the puck there, and Pekarinen has to hold up. Well, Patrick Thoresen is the guy they want here. As Pekarinen has looked solid here. He's looked good against Denmark.
Pekarinen had 3 shutouts in last year's tournament. A goals against average of 1.88 as he led Finland to a silver medal. Shot from the line, and boy, some quick reaction there from Pekarinen to make the save.
Well, good quick shot by Hollis from the right point, and looked like a late reaction from Rennie, probably picking that puck up through traffic.
Trigg drops it back. Olam had it get away from him. Hollas will follow up. Makes his way to the line. Tried to chip it through for Thoresen. Intercepted, and Leo Komarov will send it all the way down the ice. Talking about him being the first Estonia-born player to play in the National Hockey League. His parents moved to Finland. His dad played hockey in Finland. Lead pass deflected. Lindell, 3 points in the game for him. Gets it ahead for Pilstrom, and Pilstrom will send it back. And back for it goes Daniel Sorvik. 40 seconds left in the power play for Norway. Sorvik, the long shot into the corner. Rosalie Olsen after it. Rosalie Olsen to the line. Sorvik having trouble settling that bouncing puck down. Komarov closes in on him. Comes near side for Olam. Back for Sorvik. Lets the shot go. Went wide. Heitinen in the far side with Norstrabo. Norstrabo comes up with it. Watched by Heitinen. Down low it goes. Power play with 10 seconds left. Olam fakes the shot. Kampainen keeping an eye on him. The pass intercepted by Lepisto. Couldn't clear it though. And now Olam, the shot steered away by Pekarinen. Power play is over. Pile up in behind the Finnish net. Komarov got taken down. Heitinen in a battle there. Morton Ass trying to dig it free. It came back outside the line, cleared back in. And Norway will clear the zone on the line change.
Oh, another penalty kill full for 4 is Finland. They're 7 for 7 in the tournament.
Jokipakka has it set up. Chased back by Trettins. Mantala, Luavera, Jokipakka, and on for Pilstrom. Pilstrom trying to feed that through for Heitinen. Steered away by Trettins. This is his World Championship debut. And back for Jokipakka. On for Pilstrom. Pilstrom got bumped off the puck by Trettins, and Jokipakka had to hustle back. Mantala now on it. And he's being pressured there by Forsberg. Jokipakka parks in behind his own net. Players on the line change. Kontali up it through the middle of the ice. The shot, that went wide. Off the backboards it comes. And grabbed and held. So that rush there by Kontiola as he took that lead pass. As we look at Jonas Holash, boy, does he play big minutes.
Well, he does, and he had the best chance on that power play. Just a shot. It kind of caught the bottom of Rene's blocker, but doesn't find its way in. Leo Komarov, as he likes to do, he likes to mix it up and agitate the opponent.
General manager of this Finland team, by the way, is Jiri Lehtinen. 15 NHL seasons for him. Salmela short side chance. That got blocked. Jussi Jokinen has after it, trying to get it to Barkov. Barkov back to the line. Lindell back for Barkov. Jokinen pinned to the backboards by Steen. Jokinen spins off the check. High slot for Barkov. Couldn't get the shot away. And it will be cleared by Norway. Lindell at his own line. Lindell spins away. Martin Roymark chased him back and then spins and heads to the bench for the line change. Lindell for Jakola. Right side feed. Finland up by a score of 3-0. Luavera buried into the backboards, lost his helmet, so he'll have to scamper straight to the bench. IIHF rules.
Another big hit by Tollefsen of Norway, the big defenseman.
And Lindell, or rather Luavera, appears a little shaken up as he makes his way back to the bench. Collision in the corner. Otama trying to stay with his man. Olin for Thorson. Thorson gets that back from Morton Ask. Olin trying to get that back to the line, does, but Triggs going to have to backtrack as he was on the backhand. Komarov, a bump here on Morton Ask. Ask looked over at the referee and then makes his way to the Norway bench. Von Saxon plays it to the left side, gets deflected in. Near side for Pesonen. Plays it for Mantala, and Mantala plays it back for Jyrki Jokipakka. And now Finland on the attack, but the return pass for Pesonen got away from him. And Norway will control with Rosalie Olsen, who now leaves it behind his own net and makes his way to the bench for the change. Bouncing puck cleared in. Some NHL news. Ray Sherrill is the new general manager of the New Jersey Devils. In across the line, shot to the short side, so the long-time reign coming to an end there. Deflected off the boards and out to center ice. Long shot, and that is grabbed and held. Lou will stay on as president in New Jersey. It is Finland 3, Norway no score here in period number 3. Tyler Seguin has scored for Canada. It is 4-2 in Prague. Here it is 3-0 Finland. All 3 goals coming on the power play. 2 of them coming with Finland enjoying a 2-man advantage. And again, that news out of New Jersey. Ray Sherrill, the new president, or the new general manager of the New Jersey Devils. Lou Lamoriello will stay on as president. And I guess next up we'll be hiring a coach. In across the line, Donskoy. He got spilled. Back to the blue line. And the cross-ice pass for Salmela, not enough on it. And now carried back by Norway. Roymark to the backboards, gets a bit of a bump into the high slots. Torvik trying to gain control of it, can't. And grabbed off by Heitinen. Jokinen deflects this out and then sends it back into his own zone and then heads to the bench for the change, and Otama in behind his own goal.
Well, this is what Norway does. They continue to regroup, to come together with speed. That gives them the options to get through that trap that Norway's trying in the blue line.
Hillstrom dodges the check from Daniel Sorvik. Gets it into the Norway zone. Jakola from the line let the shot go. That got blocked. Lou Rivera, who was shaken up earlier in the period, back out there. Lost control of it and grabbed off by Mathis Olin. Olin sends it ahead for Patrick Thorson. Backhand shot to the short side, hits the side of the net. Thorson trying to center into the high slot. A hard pass that was intended for Von Saxon. Makes its way all the way back into the Norway zone. Into the back half now of the third period. And Finland in control here in Ostrava. Kampainen, who has 2 goals in the game, tried to clear the zone, could not. And taken by Jokipakka, and he'll bounce this out to center ice. Holas back at his own line. His pass gobbled up by Komarov. For Kampainen, back for Komarov to the line. Shot score! Jyrki Jokipakka let the shot go. And if it is his goal, it is his second of the tournament.
Well, it's a turnover by Norway, and Leo Komarov makes this play happen. And then a nice little passing play late to Jokipakka, that second wave of attack. Turnover by Holas. Komarov picks it up. Kampainen to Komarov to Jokipakka, the one-timer, and Bolden just loses sight of this as it gets by his left pad. There's no screen on the play. And it's 4-0 for Finland.
So the first goal of the night for Finland that is not on the power play. As the 24-year-old Joki-Pekka finds the back of the net. Forsberg lets the shot go. 8.5 now left in this one. Bounce back and Tollefson back into his own end. Tollefson's pass, Kontiola. One shot, can he get a second? No. So Petri Kontiola, looking for his first goal of the championship, has had a couple of chances here in the third period.
Well, you go back to 2013, the World Hockey Championship. Kontiola, 10 games, had 16 points, 8 goals, 8 assists, and still looking for his first in 2015.
37 American Hockey League goals for him in 150 American Hockey League games. Just not a lot of success in his NHL tries, and there's another goal as Jussi Jokinen finds the back of the net, glove side on Bolden, and it is 5-0.
Well, Bolden right now not helping out his team. That goal by Joki-Pekka like back, and Jussi Jokinen just a little wrist shot to the glove side for his second goal of the tournament. Brings it in, tries a shot, it goes wide. Salmo, a nice little feed into the center of the ice, and Jokinen does a real good job taking this off his skate to the stick. Quick release past the glove of Bolden.
So a 5-0 goal. So it's been a rough goal here for Lars Bolden. Gave up 6 against Russia. And now has given up 5 here against Finland. Could not fault him much in the second period for the goals that came on the power play, but there's been a couple here in the third, both of them that he may want to have back.
Well, there really hasn't been much pushback. Norway had a power play early in the third that could have got them back into this game, but now it's just all Finland.
So we're going to step aside. 5-0 in favor of Finland here in period number 3. 7:44 left here, period number 3. As Finland well in control of this one. And that will send them up to 2-1 in the tournament. Centered up front, that got cleared away. Bouncing around, Luavera couldn't get it. And finally gaining control is Thoresson. Thoresson for Olam, back to the line. Norvestro gets it for Holas, shot save made. Pecorine down on the short side, it gets cleared. And another penalty coming up, and it will be another power play coming for Norway.
Well, it's going to be Akula's going to head to the penalty box as a rolling puck. And right in front of the net, he hooks up Thoresson, and that'll draw the penalty as Patrick Thoresson goes down, and Topi Akula goes to the penalty box as Norway with another opportunity here on the power play.
His second straight trip to the penalty box. But Finland, after dropping the opener 5-1 to the United States, will rattle off its second consecutive win. Olam controls on the near side. Olam lets the slap shot, little redirect. We've seen that play a couple times. That one off the stick of Bastianson. Back at the line. Olam tees it up, fakes the shot, deflected to the front of the net. Pecorine down. Another shot. That never got to the net. Sami Lepisto's on it. Gets it to the line, but not out. Kept in by Nostrebo. Cross ice for Olam. Skates it in. Quick shot. That went wide. Krig on the far side. Back to the line. Sorvik now in for Olam. Olam gets looking for that redirect. That went off a skate. It went off of Sami Lepisto's left skate, and Pecorine had to be sharp on that.
Olam does a good job on that half wall. He looks for that high little play to the slot, the redirect, and gets a little help on the second one, but the same play twice by Ken-Andre Olam.
Sidney Crosby has given Canada a 5-2 lead on the Czech Republic, so Canada goes on to win that. They will be 3-0 and leading the A pool. The United States 3-0 leading the B pool. Otama clears this down the ice. Sidney Crosby looking to become a member of the Triple Gold Club. Has not had many opportunities at the World Championships. Norstrabo skates it down low. 10 seconds left in the power play. Holas at the line trying to hold it in, and he did not. An offside is called.
Well, Andreas Bastiansen, the best chance on this off that feed from Olam, the little redirect. Nice save by Pecorine, nice and square with the puck. That was first time they tried it again. This time, Bastiansen with another one in the blocker save, that time by Pecorine. And Leo Komarov doing what he does, coming out, giving a little shot.
That is what Leo Komarov is very good at.
Tries to get under the skin of the opponent and draw some penalties in retaliation.
8 goals and 26 points for Toronto this year for Komarov. Tollefson to the short side. Pecorine stopped that. Cleared down the ice. Power play's over. Roymark back into his own zone. Steen tries to barge his way in. Getting spilled was Roost. Mantala now. Roost takes a run at him. Aaltonen, a couple of assists in the game for him as he operates the point on the power play for Finland. Kontalia sends us back into the Norway end of the ice. And Tollefson will retreat. Nestrabo being watched at center ice, does not get any further. Barkov plays it back into his own zone. Lindell is there. Lindell for Salmela. Salmela cross ice to the line and in. Drop back at the line for Lindell. Lindell near side for Salmela. Salmela lets the slap shot go wide. Cretens gets it to center, sends it all the way in. Salmela, initially a New Jersey Devil, went to Atlanta and then back to New Jersey in the Ilya Kovalchuk deal. Luavera swings this to the open side. Martinson plays it all the way around to the open side and grabbed off by Tollefson. Tollefson is stopped by Luavera. Back for Martinson, directs it back into the neutral zone, and Finland will control. Jakola will send this in. Thorson for Tollefson, for Trigg, and on for Martinson. Martinson being watched there by Komarov, and now Komarov picks up the chase on Thorson. Komarov rides him out, and a penalty coming up on the play, and it's going to go to Leo Komarov.
Well, I think he's going to get a holding call here as battling with Thorson along the wall. Golden
to the bench for the extra attacker. In across the line for Olam. Leaves for Norstrabo. Near side for Patrick Thorson, and Pecorine makes another save. And now Roost in front of the net gets a rude welcome as he makes his way to the edge of the paint. And well, Komarov is going to go for holding the stick.
Yeah, Leo Komarov, pretty easy call as he grabs Thorson's stick, gives it a quick hold as he pushes him into the wall. Doesn't get away with that one. I don't know if he's going to argue it. Is Norway going to another power play? They haven't been able to capitalize.
And Finland's penalty killing numbers are getting a boost in this game, and Norway has called a timeout.
Wow.
just on the off chance that it goes down to goals for and against.
That's true. An opportunity here for them to find a way. Thorson was on the ice. That's one of the main guys he's going to want out there. Is a look at Kempäinen, and Jonas Kempäinen has had a good night. It started on the power play. 1 goal. Shortly after that, he gets another, all in the second period, and then in the third period, he's part of the Joki-Pekka goal. So 2 goals and an assist, 3-point night for Jonas Kempäinen.
He's got some size, 6'2", 213 pounds.
Well, both those goals come from him, just parked at the top of the blue paint, off rebounds on the initial shots.
We talked about his face-off abilities. Came into the game with winning 15 of 21. Has not had as much success in this game tonight as he did in his previous 2. Pilstrom picks up the loose puck and he'll clear it down the ice. And we are into the final 2 minutes. Thorson drops it back for Holas. Holas back for Thorson. It got away from him. Otama ties him up. Puck is cleared behind the net. Olam is waiting for it, though, for Norway. Olam looking for that little redirect again from Thorson, and Pekareni makes another save. Boy, they got that down to a science. Turnover, Olam. And couldn't control it. Cleared down the ice by Heitinen. And Volden comes out and plays it ahead for Holas, but both teams are changing. And the Finland fans start to celebrate the victory. Heitinen off the boards and down the ice as we are now into our final minute of this one, as day 4 comes to an end.
Well, it's been a good effort here by Finland. They've been able to execute. It was their power play that really got it started for them in this hockey game, scoring their first 3 goals, all with the man advantage or 2-man advantage on a couple, as they'll easily sail off to a 5-0 victory.
Go back to the start of the second period when Norway had a 2-man advantage. And they could not score, and then they ran themselves into a ton of penalties. And the game got put away in that second period on the power play.
Well, Finland still has some competition ahead. Yet to face Slovakia, Russia. But they have a goaltender now. Finishes it out. Back-to-back shutouts for Pekareni.
Here comes Komarov out of the penalty box. Komarov to the front of the net. And Volden slides across and makes one more save. But yes, Pekareni, who had 3 shutouts in last year's tournament, will pitch back-to-back shutouts here for Finland. Go back to the first game, and maybe the worst thing that has happened to the opposition from a Finland standpoint is the fact that Pekareni gave up all those goals against the United States.
Well, maybe it got him in the right frame of mind here now, and the biggest thing that Finland has is they're playing better defensively, and they have a goaltender. Although he hasn't been overly busy, he certainly has more confidence putting up back-to-back zeros.
So day 4 here in Ostrava comes to an end, and Finland using their power play to take advantage of this one. 5-0 is your final over Norway. Good night from Ostrava.
The 2015 IIHF World Hockey Championship from Prague.